Well, hello everyone and Happy New Year. T3 here. With another stroll down memory lane. First and foremost, I would like to congratulate two winners of the rodent family print, the rodent order, and the canine family print. They will be shipped off to their new homes with a special gift from me pretty soon here. By the time you're viewing this video, I'll have posted some of these guys, a cat family. And also here I hold an uncorrected proof of the book The Scout, copy 001. And I haven't decided on this one yet because it's one of a kind. I mean, everything is one of a kind, especially when it came to my father. Speaking of my father, it's time we had a little chat. Lately, I have seen and heard some of the most abhorrent things said by people who claim to be caretakers, who claim to be healers, warriors of the light, spew the most inane dribble ever. People who for years sat there and listened to that man, my father, pour his soul out and didn't understand for one damn second what he was trying to say. I'm mad right now. I came up from California back to Portland to house sit for a good friend of mine and a true caretaker, somebody who was there for me when I needed them. And even though it wasn't the most convenient, he helped me out. And when people do things like that for me, I will forever be indebted to my friend. Uh, I am jealous he is in Vail snowboarding right now, but hey, can't have it all. Anyway, I've been on a self-imposed indoor vision quest pretty much since I arrived back here, as I surround myself in my family's early history and piece together this legacy. So much of I thought I remembered, so much I thought I'd forgot. Just everything from scraps of paper with notes from my dad to the drawings to just all of it. It's overwhelming. And then to find out that, people are misconstruing things I say or rewording them and posting them online is atrocious. To find out that other people are spreading rumors because I had a problem with addiction 30 years ago, that the reason I'm not successful is because I'm on drugs again. Come on now. All right. If that were the case, those of you who knew me back then know I wouldn't be talking to you on a fancy camera, on a fancy computer, even though it's pretty much the only thing I have left. Yeah, the stuff would have been gone long ago. In fact, I don't even drink coffee anymore. Anyway, but that's not the point. Well, that is the point. Be a human being. If you're concerned about somebody, instead of spreading idle gossip, instead of playing the telephone game, be a human freaking being and call that person and check in on them. Because as I look back over the past 3 years of my life, 4 years, and I clearly see all the mistakes I made and how much different things would be, and all the times I reached out to people who I considered people who I'd have died for, reached out asking for help on business questions I had, only to get no reply, or something like Google it. When somebody reaches out to me with a question on something, I'm honored because information is so readily available. And when I reach out to you for information, I'm doing so because I know I can go online and find it. But if you're doing the exact same thing I'm doing, and you're successful at it, I want to learn from you because I know and trust you. But the people I really have a problem with are the people who, many unwittingly, robbed my stepmom Celeste of a husband, me and my brothers and sisters of a father far younger than he should have been, and to some extent my mother. The question I've often asked myself my entire life since I, started following in his footsteps is, why was he the way he was? How could a man that I watched once get up and for 4 hours at the Smithsonian Institute in Washington, D.C., take this crowd of people, from one minute laughing to the next minute crying their eyes out? And the truth be told, the night before, we were all excited and we were out late and had some alcoholic beverages. And those of us that went with him, and we were in the front row looking like death. And he was out there having a good time with us like he liked to. And he got up, and for 4.5 hours, he crushed it. I still will never forget that day. And I don't think those of you who were with us ever will. What I'm upset about is this, and something I try to instill in all my students, is do away with the masks that we all carry. The things, the expectations of others that we constantly try to live up to, that force us in these little boxes that don't allow us to be our true selves. Because according to this 4-page document that my father wrote when I was about 3.5 years old, the reason why my father is not alive today, and obviously things like smoking cigarettes don't prolong your health, but a big reason why he's not here today is because for the longest time, he was afraid to be a human being. How many ways have I forsaken you? How many useless words and phrases? How many wasted hours? How many smothered feelings? Writing words for others rather than myself. The agony of fabrication. Building words of wonder like plastic gods. Shallow, lying, compelling to the public, yet a fraud to my soul. I am the painter of words, but without the essence of spirit, without being true to my soul. The pictures are but two-dimensional, like the people who will read them. Where is Tom Brown? The one, the one who wrote this with his very essence? His soul born free and wild? Where is he gone? He can't let go. He can't let go of the fear of writing not to please himself. This is going to be a publishing disaster. Who am I? What they want me to be. Like an actor playing a role to please the masses, a role to hide behind, fearing I'm not enough. Do I write what I see, conveying my reality filtered through my soul? Or do I write what they think I should see, making it more palatable, yet so less real? Why do I fear so to filter my writing through my heart? Is it the rejection, the fear, the criticism? Who am I writing for, me or them? Who am I thinking for, me or them? Afraid to write my true emotion instead of fabrication of feelings. If words have power, then I am powerless. Covering up emotions and feelings in writing is a fraud. Break loose, Brown, all capital letters. Write to please yourself. Set down in painting pictures and words. Who am I trying to hide? Why am I so afraid to let go of self? To let people know what I really feel, see, hear, touch, smell, and taste. What real emotions it evokes. Where has that Tom Brown gone? He's there, but neatly hidden. Why? Possibly because he had to live up to an image. Not that he wanted, but that the public expected. A real person, now a plastic god, paranoid, that people may realize I'm human, that I make mistakes, and that I could crack a twig when stalking. And he wrote, oh, the horror. And it wrote, paranoid, perfectionist, paralysis. My father was an incredible man, and my hero in many ways, my enemy in many ways. A person who is so close yet so far from me. But I knew what he was trying to say all those years. That he was just a man who happened to meet another old man on a beach when he was 7 years old. And every single day, everything I've had to endure, everything my family's had to endure, not just through this, but through nearly 50 years. I can't believe that I'm almost 50 years old. I've been teaching for 30 years. And there's not a thing I would change. You have to sacrifice a lot to live this vision, but you didn't have to sacrifice as much as he did. He just wanted to be able to be seen as a person. That's all. And that's all I've strived to do, and that's why I left that place. We decided that if I was going to stay there, I was just going to become a carbon copy of him, and that I needed to go out and find a different way. And that way is the way of the caretaker, of being open and honest, and expecting the same in return, of giving and accepting feedback, of wanting to uplift you to see you reach your highest potential, not step on your shoulders and push you down so I can get myself a little bit further up the ladder. You know, I didn't get into this profession to be rich in any way, shape, or form. You know, yes, the tracker school generated revenue. My businesses have generated revenue, but I am literally about to lose everything. And I will teach until I have nothing left. And then I'll still continue to teach. Because I knew. I still remember the day I was 4 or 5 years old when I knew I was going to be like my dad. I tried to fight it, and it brought me a lot of pain and a lot of suffering. But ever since I stepped back on that path, every time I see somebody blow a tinder bundle into flames or watch that sparkle come back into their eye, it makes all the pain, the hurt, the suffering, it makes it all worth it. Forgive me if my words were harsh, but don't turn my father into an idol. Was he a brilliant, unique human being? Abso-freaking-lutely. But he was a human being. And we make mistakes. And everybody deserves multiple chances. Because after all, failure is our most important teacher. If it weren't for failure, we wouldn't learn anything. Anyway, that's all I got, y'all. I'll be putting up the rest of these, or some more of these drawings soon. As I mentioned, almost half the proceeds go back home to Mama Bear Celeste and River to keep Tracker School rolling. I'll be heading back that way before too long. And I look forward to saying hello to Grandmother Atlantic, giving my family a hug, and then going to Grandfather's camp and cutting my hair off and burning it. And then going and cleansing myself in the ocean. And then I'll figure out what to do next. Peace and love, y'all.